Welcome to the second day of this challenge. Build your own website in 5 days with AI. My name is Juan Carlos, founder of Inspiral, and Inspiral has several ecosystems. One of them is Inspiral Wasi, where we are doing this challenge. And it's a pleasure for me actually to share all this knowledge that we have gained in past year because it drastically changed one of my ecosystems. Inspiral Growth, which was a growth hacking agency, turned into becoming an AI agency just because of all the drastic changes that happen in our sector, in our market. Now, this is one of the things that I'm sharing with you today, and let's get directly into it. One of the first things that actually we did yesterday was our awareness, bringing more awareness into everything that we have done that we wanted to create for our business. And you can see actually everything that I edited in the last day. I expanded the vision, the mission, expanded the USPs, gained more clarity on what I wanted to create for this new website that I'm launching, which is a new website for Inspiral Mindset, one of my oldest ecosystems for the Inspiral. Now, why we did this? Actually, basically, the next step is that we're going to open any of the tools that you are using currently. If you're using ChatGPT, great. If you're using Claude, great. If you're using Gemini, great. Copilot, great. Any of them, the one that you are using, choose that one. If you have already a pro account in any of them. If not, if you're completely new on this one, probably you want to follow this one just so you can follow this video. If you have a pro account, I will highly recommend to create a new project where you can actually completely accumulate everything that you are creating for a specific entity. If you are not having a pro account, just create a different chat, just a normal chat. What is going to happen next? The first is that I created a project for Inspiral Mindsets, and I'm going to add some of the files that I already created. So I can add, for example, the file that we created yesterday that has this image of the DNA of the company. Let's say that that's all that we have right now. We could start beginning with only this. Now, once that the file is in this project, anything that you create in the future, any chat that you create in the future will already have access to this DNA. Another thing that I want to mention today is that certainly you work already in this project for some time. You probably wrote something, you took pictures, you made a mood board, you made a new logo, you made a logo. Anything that you already had working in the past, it also is important that actually you can actually add it here as well into this project. For example, here I have only one file, but if I go to my files and if I look for Inspiral Mindset, I can find all the different documents that I created so far related to Inspiral Mindset, related about things that we were doing for the events, for everything that actually was very important for us. So what I wanted to share with you is that once you identify that you already had a lot created, you might want to understand, curate some of these documents and see, okay, which of these documents actually could help me actually having a specific information that actually could help me into this moment, into this chat GPT that I'm creating. So for example, one of them that I found was the Inspiral Mindset, a frequent asked question from Inspiral Mindset. So what I'm going to do, for example, is actually this was a frequent asked questions that I created for an old platform that I use for the events that had a lot of the information that we were using. So what I'm going to create right now is actually I'm also going to download this document. It can be a PDF or it can be a Google. And I'm also going to use this document as one of the main documents for this project. So now I have two basic great documents that actually already gain me a lot of information. If you don't have any, don't worry. Actually, the first document that we did already, it's already a lot for what we are creating right now. Now, next, What are we going to create with ChatGPT with the project? We're going to train first a copywriter. The copywriter that is going to help you identify exactly what we need. Now, for this case, at the end of during this whole week, I'm creating as well for you. I'm creating a prompt library, a library that you will be able to use to create your own prompts or to gain some of the prompts that we're going to share here. I will highly recommend to start creating your own library as well. Use this one as a base and start adding more and more prompts that will be able to help you during the coming time. So basically what we're going to do, for example, is that I'm going to show you one of the first prompts that we can just copy from the prompt library that I'm going to deliver to you today as well, a part document. But I'm just going to share you what I mean with this. This is a prompt that actually is telling this chat that to act as a senior website strategist. In this case, for example, this is what we used yesterday, for example, to define a clear goal. Actually, for the content, the prompt that we are going to use, you will get these prompts from me from a different document. I'm just showing you how. Once you see the prompt, it's about a copywriter as a conversion copywriter who values clarity and persuasion. Right? Simple human websites. Exactly, you're telling them already how to interact. If you would like to add more things, let's say, for example, you are an expert in SEO and SEO and growth hacking. I'm just adding more technical fields for them. So then I'm training this new copywriter for my website. And it's already starting to create specific areas. I'm just telling them actually the basis of actually what they can do. Now, here is a follow-up tip. Imagine that actually you already know some of the websites that you want to look like. So I'm going to share you one of my favorite websites at the moment, actually from companies that I see out there. This is a website of Human Garage. And this is a group of leaders that they are doing something amazing in terms of health. Human Garage is something that I will highly recommend. It's a program that I follow myself. I'm actually very interested in fashion maneuvers as well. And I really like actually the way how have they created their website. So what I want to share with you is that we are not going to copy their website, but we do want to learn from them. The way how I do it is that I have a plugin in my website that actually shows me a way how to scan a website fully, completely. This is called Go Full Page Screen Capture. And this one you can actually Google the extension Go Full Page, and you will be able to install it on your own. Once you have it, you actually can use that extension to create a complete capture of the website. And then you can, for example, download the image of it. I also wanted to mention that I want to create a sort of e-commerce connected to this project. So I found this website very interesting, Life Fury, and I'm going to do the same. Just to make sure that it happened correctly. Yes, now it's working correctly. Now that I have these two images, I'm going to the copywriter and I'm telling them, see these two examples, learn from them and improve all the content that I wish to have for my website. Updated with the information of Inspiral Mindset. Now here you can keep writing and working on them, but I'm just giving you an example of things that I use to keep improving the way how I create websites. Perfect. We are reaching the 10 minutes of today, and basically what it's giving you now is actually giving you a complete new improvement. As you can see, this is actually basically the text that goes in the complete in the default. This is actually what comes later, for who it is, what it comes, topics, locations, because actually it has been before in other places. So here we have the text. Later what I can do is actually basically, for now actually this is what we have now. What you can do at the end, if this will be exactly everything that we have, it gives you actually what else do you want. Give me a download version. If this will be the last text that I want to use, of course I need a document, a version of it that I can download so I can use it. If you don't want to download, you can also copy this later on. Let me tell you why. So basically, going back to mine, now that we had researched some of the websites that we really want to look like, now that we have created a copywriter and trained a copywriter that can start working with us fully on this new website from this start till for the next rest of the year, you can actually start working with them daily, monthly, just to start making some tweaks. Let's say that you want to tweak something in the freaking ask questions, in the content page, in the products. You can start working with this one, and you don't need to start right from zero to create content by yourself. And certainly you can keep benchmarking, making screenshots, understanding actually what things are working in the market so you can apply them directly on your own. With that, we have finished day 2. Now you have why you're building the website. Now you have like what are you going to deliver in the website content wise. Image wise, well, hopefully you have some images, but in the case actually this is very similar actually what we have created. Instead of creating a copywriter, we will be talking about that on day 3. Thank you for being here and see you tomorrow.